Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at some new gear from Air. In this video, we're going to be checking out a new briefcase and tech pouch that are made out of a more sustainable recycled nylon that we've previously seen on the Pro collection that Air released a little while back that had a couple of great bags. I'll include a link in the description below to the full review that I did on that. I've had a great experience with those bags. The fabric has held up well, and so I was excited to see these new products being added to their lineup. Just different form factors to add to their already expansive lineup of bags, accessories, pouches, and other gear. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about what it's been like to use these over the past couple of weeks. I'll show you how I've loaded them out, walk through all the features, and I'll also talk about how they compare to some of the other similar items that are currently on the market. Before jumping into the video, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel, we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the overall aesthetic, the form factor here reminds me of many of the other computer bags and briefcases that I've used in the past, but of course Air brings their modern, clean, minimal aesthetic here, so it matches up with the other items in the Pro collection, and it just feels like a very sleek, professional aesthetic that's gonna work well in an office setting. So if you're wearing a nicer outfit, this is gonna match up really well. It's also just gonna be great for commuting and walking around the city or even traveling. As far as the materials, the briefcase feels very solidly built. This exterior fabric is a recycled 840D nylon, which feels like it's gonna hold up well to rougher usage and also offer a decent amount of weather resistance. We saw this in the other video for the Pro collection that I did, and the fabric has held up well on those bags as I've tested them out. And of course, you also have some very nice YKK zippers all throughout with an aqua guard on the zipper for the main compartment. Continuing along the outside of the bag, Air has incorporated the same logo that we saw in the Pro collection backpack, so it's a little more prominent than some of their other bags. Some people really didn't like that change too much. To me, because it's blacked out, it kind of blends in nicely. It doesn't stand out too much in my opinion, but your mileage may vary. At the top, you have some really nice carrying handles that are gonna be great for holding this like a briefcase. They have the same seatbelt-like material that we've seen on many of Air's other handles. It's nice to have two of them so that if you open the bag up, you can hold it on one of them. And so these feel really rugged and they don't stick out too much, but enough to be able to reach down and grab it comfortably. And then on the bag, you also have a couple of D-rings that pair with an included shoulder strap. The D-rings are plastic, not metallic, but they are a durable feeling plastic. I don't have any concerns about them breaking or anything like that. You have a nice amount of reinforced kind of straps here. And then the shoulder strap itself has been very comfortable to use. Air always does a great job with these straps, plenty of padding, similar to what we see on their backpack straps. So I like that the length of this provides you with some flexibility depending on how you want to wear it. If you want to wear it on your shoulder, crossbody, it's going to be comfortable regardless. You can also adjust the length from both directions, so you can really kind of configure it to the way that's going to match up best for you. And then just a good amount of thick padding that's really soft right out of the box. And then you have just these carabiners, which make it very easy to remove the strap if you prefer not to use it. And then as far as the capacity, the bag comes in at about 13 liters, which is a pretty good compact daily bag size, particularly if you're just looking to carry the essentials. Reminds me of some of the other similar style bags that I've used in the past. So, you know, it's able to hold what I need to without feeling overwhelmingly big, regardless of how I'm carrying it. And it's a slim form factor that's going to be able to work well for, you know, jumping onto crowded areas or taking onto pretty much any domestic or international airline. Jumping into the organizational options, the brief keeps things pretty simple. On the front, you have a quick access pocket that offers a good amount of space. So this is going to be for those items that you're grabbing more regularly while you're walking around throughout the day or traveling. You have a nice high contrast lining to make it easy to see on the inside. And I like that this compartment has some volume. So if you have some bulkier accessories, you might be able to toss them in comfortably, or pouches. At the moment, just resting at the front, I currently have a portable battery to keep my phone charged while I'm on the go, as well as my Tom Bin Ghostwell pouch. And on the inside, you also have a slip pocket that doesn't have elasticity, but it does have a good amount of volume for something like a laptop charger, a larger mouse, or in my case, I just have a lightning cable and power brick to charge my phone. And in this area, you also have a little lanyard with a carabiner, which is going to be a perfect spot for your keys or a multi-tool. On one side of the bag, you have an elastic compartment, which I guess is meant to work as a water bottle pocket, but it's pretty small, so you probably wouldn't be able to fit any
larger kind of insulated water bottle, this is gonna be a good spot maybe for like a small plastic water bottle or maybe even an umbrella. It does have some elasticity, but it's not a big compartment by any means. Still nice to kind of have this area to slip something in to be able to grab easily. And then because it does have that elasticity, it hugs the side of the bag when it's not in use. On the back of the briefcase, you have a large slip pocket, which is just open and is gonna be a good spot to maybe toss in a book, magazine, maybe some notes, a tablet, anything that you want to be grabbing more regularly. There's no way to secure this, so that's something you have to keep in mind. If you want to place a tablet in here, it's going to be exposed to the elements. Then you also have a smaller zippered compartment, which is going to be a good spot for anything a little more sensitive as it rests against your body, so it won't be as easy to reach for a pickpocket. In this compartment, I currently just have my Air card holder, but also a good spot for something like a passport or a small notebook. And then the last thing I'll call out here on the back is that you also have a luggage pass-through that's going to allow you to rest this on a suitcase while traveling to save some weight on your back. Moving into the main compartment, you have a larger zipper that's going to give you plenty of visibility into the main compartment. It's nice that you have dual zipper pulls here so you can open it up from either direction. This layout here is really nice when you're wearing this as a sling bag, so you can swing this around, reach down, grab whatever you need, or if you're holding it like a briefcase. And yeah, pretty nice layout here. Again, 13 liters of capacity. I didn't put that much stuff in it, as this to me is something that you would carry for a more minimal setup, so I didn't want to overload it. Jumping into the items that I have here, first up in this middle section, you have a larger open space that's going to be able to handle some items that are a little bit bulkier. So in my case, I have a pair of Apple AirPods Max, which slide in there comfortably. My Beats Studio wireless headphones would have been a little bit tighter, particularly with the other stuff in the compartment. And then next to that, I actually have the new tech pouch, which I mentioned in the intro. Like the new Dopp kit that Air released, the focus on this one is on just a more compact form factor that is also able to stand on its own. So this has the design that opens up flat like the Dopp kit did. And I like the size of this and the fact that it's not quite as rigid, so it'll be able to squeeze into a tighter compartment or area of my bag comfortably. And then the inside has some good organization. So on the lid of the tech pouch that is kind of on the ground when it's standing up, you have some elastic bands that are going to be a good spot for something like a pen. Currently have the Ridge bolt action pen there. And then you have a small zippered compartment with this nice mesh that Air uses on a lot of their bags. At the moment, the only thing I have there is a pair of wired headphones, and then I also tossed in an Air tag. And on the other side, you have a couple of elastic slip pockets where I just have USB-C cable, as well as a pair of USB-C headphones with a little pouch, just again to show the space here. Perfect spot for some AirPods as well. Then you have a zippered compartment behind that for anything a little more sensitive. I just have an extra cable that has a couple of different connectors, as well as a small USB-C and USB drive. And behind that you have a larger slip pocket, which is where you'll be able to place something a little bulkier, like a laptop charger. In my case, I currently just have some extra cables here that pair with some of the other adapters that I might normally have with me. So mainly just wanted to showcase the space and the layout here. Really nice addition to Air's already expansive lineup of tech pouches and organizers. If you're looking for something simple, compact, that can still offer a good amount of organization and squeeze into a backpack, this is gonna be a solid option to consider. And then coming back to this main compartment, you have some built-in organization here, which is really nice. So you have a zippered compartment at the top, a good amount of space. I can fit my hand in there pretty comfortably. Great for smaller items that I don't want getting lost in the bottom of the bag. At the moment, I have my Peak Design mobile tripod. I have a pair of AirPods, and then I also have this Anchor wall adapter with a couple of different ports for my laptop, my tablet, and my phone. And then below that, I have a couple of slip pockets. On the left, you have a pretty big one, which is kind of a perfect spot for a large laptop charger. Currently, I have the one for my MacBook in here. Fits in there very easily. Also could be a good spot for a large mouse. Maybe certain headphones could fit in here, or pouch. And then next to that, you have a couple of slots for something like a pen, or in my case, I have a flashlight in here. And then all the way on the right, you have a slightly smaller slip pocket, smaller than the one on the left, which is where I currently have my mouse, but a good spot for portable hard drive or other accessories that you need to grab regularly. And then on the back wall of this compartment, you have a large slip pocket that might be a good spot for a tablet. Currently what I have in here is my iPad mini. laid down horizontally, you could probably fit a 10 or 11-inch tablet. It's not really that padded of a sleeve, but still good to have a separate area so you can easily reach it, and so it's not bumping into the other items into the compartment. And then you have a well-padded sleeve on the back. This has soft fleece lining like we've seen in many of Air's other bags. I like that the sleeve itself offers a good amount of protection and rigidity. It is pulled up a little bit off the bottom of the ground, so when you place your device in, it's not making contact. This is going to be able to hold up to a 15, maybe a 16-inch laptop pretty comfortably. Currently what I have in here is my 13-inch MacBook Air. You can see that that goes in and out very easily. And so now, with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. Again, at that soft lining. It's not on both sides, which might have been nice to see. And this does come up a decent amount, so if you happen to have a thicker device, it should be able to fit in there comfortably, especially if the rest of the compartment isn't that loaded out. And with the amount of padding that's offered here, it really does feel like my device is going to be well protected while I'm running around throughout the day or traveling. And yeah, I just really love the simpler layout of the bag and just the form factor. I think it's going to be very popular for a lot of professionals that don't need to carry that much on their day-to-day, and they just want something that looks good, that's going to be easy to carry, and that's going to be able to keep your devices protected. If that's you and you're looking for something simple, stylish, and durable, then this is going to be a fantastic option to check out.
And so to wrap up, it's been a great experience testing out the new Pro Brief and Tech Pouch over the past couple of weeks. You can currently purchase them on Air's site, and I'll include links in the description below to the dedicated product pages if you want to learn more or pick one of these up. And so as I was testing these out, they definitely reminded me of some of the other great items in Air's lineup. Of the Pro collection that I mentioned earlier, I'm a big fan of the 24-liter Pro Pack. It's just got a versatile size, super comfortable to wear. I really like some of the updates that Air made to the organizational layout on that one. Very good laptop protection. I'm also a big fan of the City Pack Pro. That's been one of the best all-around EDC and tech bags that I've featured of the past couple of years. They also just have some great pouches. The Air Sling pouch has been one of my favorites for many years now. Can just hold an impressive amount without taking up a ton of space, so a solid alternative to the new standing pouch if you want something that just got a little bit of a different layout or that can maybe hold slightly more. So all of those are gonna be fantastic alternatives if you're a fan of Air's aesthetic and you need something that's just gonna have a slightly different form factor or a little bit more space if you need a backpack versus a briefcase. Another brand these made me think of is Bellroy, which also has a pretty impressive collection of bags, slings, pouches for all of your stuff. I really love their minimal and sophisticated aesthetic. It's still a very professional looking bag, great for the office. They're not quite as sleek looking as some of Air's products, but just a really great look, solid build qualities. I'm a big fan of their Transit Work Pack. It's been one of my favorites of the past couple of years. Clamshell style opening, great laptop protection, minimal but useful organization. So just a really solid bag. Their Venture Sling has been one of the more impressive sling options that I've seen on the channel. They have that in a couple of different sizes. They have briefs, they have laptop cases. Their pouches are some of my favorite. The classic pouch that they have has been one that I've had for many years now. I really love how flexible that is. And they have their tech cases, which are also a little bit more solid. They're gonna offer some extra protection for anything more delicate that you need to store. It might take up a little bit more space than something like the ones here from Air, but still, it's a really solid option. And if you like Bellroy's aesthetic and you're looking for something durable and versatile, their products are definitely gonna be a great options to consider. And then the last company that I'll mention here is Alpaca, which is maybe the only company that seems to put out as many new products as Air. Their output has been really impressive over the past couple of years. They've come out with a variety of sling bags, backpacks, tech cases, pouches. We've featured the Elements Travel Backpack, which was a fantastic minimal travel bag. They also have the Elements Pro and the Elements Backpack, which are really great, sleek, modern looking tech bags that offer a nice amount of protection. We've looked at many of their pouches. I'm a big fan of their admin pouch. Many of their Elements tech cases, we've looked at the regular size, the mini edition. Both of those are maybe a little more rigid and bulkier than these cases here, but they have a really cool accordion style layout that might appeal to some people. They have, briefcases, laptop cases, any kind of form factor they cover. They have a really great sling bag in the Bravo Sling Max, which can hold a 13-inch laptop. So that's been one of my favorite larger sling bags that I've had a chance to check out. And like Air, they just have a more techy, modern aesthetic. And if you're looking for something like these bags, but maybe they have a different form factor or just a couple of different sizes that might not be available as part of Air's collection, then Alpaca is going to be a really solid option to take a look at. With that being said, the new Pro briefcase and tech pouch hold up really well against all those options, and if you're looking for durable and versatile accessories that are going to work great in a more professional setting, these are going to be fantastic options to take a look at. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you all think of the Pro briefcase and tech pouch from Air, and how they compare to some of the other popular tech organizational items that are currently on the market. And if there's any similar options that you think that I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank Air for sending the items for me to test out, and to you guys for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.